Hello, YouTube. Gonna be in Da Nang. If anyone's gonna be in Da Nang, let me know. Heard it's nice. If it's not nice, it's fine. I'm only there for a month. Kind of like the Thailand trip? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be traveling around a little bit. I didn't do any traveling over this past winter, so I'm leaving now. It is not, it is, it's almost definitely going to be longer than a month. I can't say for sure whether or not it's all going to be in Vietnam or not. That I don't know. I don't know until I go and see if I like it or not. Laos? I was not planning on visiting Laos or Cambodia. Maybe for visa runs. Maybe for a bit longer. I was thinking when I need to do a visa run, I would like to visit Korea for like a week. So I might go to Korea for a week. Ordinary Mute, thank you.
Ordinary Mute just resubscribed.
Does Vietnam sell whole ducks? They do! They do sell whole ducks. What's a visa run? So, unlike Thailand, they don't give a long-term, easy visa to stay. So, every 90 days, you have to leave the country for like... Ideally, you leave for like a day. So, you go somewhere, you stay overnight, and then you go back into the country. There may be solutions that I am not yet aware of, but that is my understanding. It's not really cheating the system. I mean, if you think about it, forcing somebody to leave the country and come back in every 90 days is a pretty good way of keeping tabs on them because you're checking them both ways. I would assume if they did it properly. You could do the same thing by having them actually visit an immigration office inside the country. But, you know, whatever. I mean, it's their choice, man. I mean, I'm not gonna judge them. You know, I'm a guest in their country, so. Maybe double meat. See what we got here. But it's something like $50 to fly to Bangkok. So worst case scenario, I'll fly to Bangkok and then fly back. Worst case scenario. Phone you hello? And this if I want to stay. I don't know. Again, I don't know. So maybe I want to go back to Hua Hin. Maybe I want to go back to Bangkok. I always forget about this cutscene. You can only mine with Elder Dragon Bones. So what's the drama with Mexico and England? Mexico's gonna win, right? Sorry, England. That's just the way it's gonna be. I think they're gonna win. Oh my god, is that actually... The Fatalis Greatsword does look like that, doesn't it? I didn't do the fucking thing. Oh, I'll show you what I did. Huge upgrade since you saw last. Mexico's never won a World Cup. I thought they did really well in 2006. So you can see the shell is there. I think I only have one gun lance here, so you can't see. But it now shows. You can now see what shelling you have. And it saves, it persists. You can switch between them and see how it changes. Upgrades now work properly. They didn't work properly before. You can actually show the upgrades required. That was broken. Now it is no longer broken. So we made a huge stride since when did I stream last? Friday? It was Friday. It's almost done. The last thing I've been working on is changing the colored shells for elemental shelling. We're close. I found the damage shelling color. So, Drew is my little abuse goblin, and you can see up in the corner, I need to redraw where the heat gauge goes, so I'm gonna try and get that next to the shelling so it doesn't get in the way. Or maybe I put it under the shelling. What do you think? Should it go under, or should it go, my green screen is fucked up. Hold on. Under would make the most sense. Let me draw a diagram. I kind of like it to the right of the shelling. But it would be either there, or it would be like here. Okay, let me save this. Obviously, those are not to scale. A lot of drama in the World Cup. I don't know anything about it. To the right or under? If you like it to the right, press 1. If you like it under, press 2. I feel like under is more like normal Monster Hunter, but there's no reason it couldn't be 1. I'm getting a lot of 2s. Oh, actually, it's almost tied. YouTube's kind of pulling it over. Although you did it wrong. You were supposed to type 2, not right. Learn to read, YouTube! Or listen? Type? I don't know. Comprehend. I wonder if I could even make a setting in the options to have you change it. Like, imagine if you could go to... options here and just change it here. What does Palco have a pink fart cloud around it? Because that was me testing. Pink fart clouds. I was trying to change the color of the shelling, which I could do for wide. I just can't do it for normal. Wide was actually very easy. I had that done in like 20 minutes. For normal, though, it's... there's something about the way it draws the shelling that is not intuitive. I think we need to kill Diablos. Diablos here. Desert thing. What am I doing? We need Sonics too. He's gonna have a lot of health. This is gonna be very annoying. Oh, wait. I could have set my elemental shelling. What's he weakest to in this game? Ice? Hooray! Ice. Yep. The Lancelot wedding scene? Is that the one where all the women try to seduce him? You ever read the John Steinbeck short stories about King Arthur? I think he did a translation for some of them. Or maybe they were his own original stories. I genuinely don't know. But I remember reading them and enjoying them. Lancelot was such a good guy, and yet he was like just a fucking murder beast. He just killed everyone. King Arthur NTR. There's absolutely King Arthur NTR. Are you kidding me? The entire King Arthur's court is NTR. Alright, don't forget. Walk in. Right, hopefully it doesn't work. Wow, that's expensive. 7,000 zenny. Woo! How cool is that, though? Expensive, though. I wonder how much that would be compared to, like... buying ammunition. Hawk? Same, honestly. I don't know if he's going to start here or not. He is. Okay. So Mordred was like the one legit heir in King Arthur's court, and then ended up being like one of the most fucked up ones. I don't know. I can't claim to be an expert on Camelot. Should probably watch or read more Fate, right? That'll get me there. I think we want to kill these Apsaros. Oh, Lancelot fucks. Yeah, no, Lancelot absolutely is the most powerful. I was gonna say, in Monster Hunter Freedom, if you try to dive his roar, it's too long and you just end up getting stuck anyways. Literally what just happened. It's very funny. You're not beating the allegations, Diablos. Not Night Rain? I played some Night Rain earlier. I stopped playing Raider because I couldn't stop winning. And then I played Scholar and I did really well. And then I played Undertaker and I did not do as well. No! Well, actually, that was like no damage. Their roars are so long and for you that you can't Superman die them? I don't think so. Can't you Superman die them? No, we lost a streak. I forgot what we lost. I think it was me switching characters. Or something tragic happened. It's alright. Get it back. How goes the mod? We're almost done. The only thing that we don't have is full color shelling, but everything else that I want done for the most part is done or is trivial to implement. Can't you do it too early? Well, that would make sense. You'd have to. I mean like if you actually time it right. I'm saying in Freedom Unite, I don't think you can even time it right. To see something like this come to pass? I think so too. Like I was saying, I think you were probably here for some of it. You know, we're roughly at least 6 months out from the Wilds expansion. So, in terms of like new content or new ways to play Monster Hunter, there's nothing. I guess we've got Dragon's Dogma, but that's not Monster Hunter. And it's just kind of a shame because, you know, Incognito Man worked so hard to create, but and like there's not enough mods for it. Maybe they'll release a new God Eater? I mean, I think that development team, is that not the same team that works on Code Vein? I genuinely don't know. I really don't know. Oh. He's just standing there. I could not tolerate God Eater 3. I'm sorry, that's one of the worst hunting games I've ever played. I mean, I'm not really sorry. Yeah, I generally don't know. You look it up if you want to see if they're the same team or whatnot. When is Freedom Unite Remastered coming out? I was working, I mean, just like real talk, I was working really hard on decompiling Monster Hunter Portable 3rd, and right now the progress is so slow, I think I have to take a break. But, you know, I was getting somewhere, it's way slower than I ever thought possible. As for Portable 3rd, or sorry, Freedom Unite is in a pretty good place already. My mic is low. I don't know if I cannot make it louder. I think I just got to turn down the game. Give me a second. I don't think you could adjust the audio. That would be a nice mod. That looks better. That's all in the room. Uh-oh. But I think Fatalis is coming to Wilds. I really don't care. I really do not care. They say Sarah Symmetry is my favorite greatsword design? Nope. I mean, it's neat. I mean, it looks like a big chunk of bone, but I wouldn't say it's even in like my top 10. I like colorful weapons. Don't know. So this is the fun part. Like, I don't know how much my shelling is going to increase it by. I think I'm probably there. Every Teostra weapon is amazing, without question. This fucking guy. Drop him. A Cantor Greatsword is very good. One more thing I do need to test, although it shouldn't be hard, is artillery and how it affects the heat gauge. I did test it a little bit, but I probably need to fine-tune it a little bit more. It's a fun standoff with this fucker. He's going. See ya, goodbye. Have fun. There's just so much life in this game. But yeah, I mean, so here's where I am. I may not be able to do colored elemental shelling with normal. I've already fixed it with wide. I'm assuming I might be able to do something for normal, or sorry, for long, and like that might just be it. Like that might just be like I just stop, because you don't want to spend 15 hours chasing a windmill. Like, it's good enough. Could be this sort of thing where if like I can't fix it up, somebody else could try and do the work. If they can't do it, then nobody can. Love windmill chasing. I once volunteered for Don Quixote stage play in Boston. I got to volunteer. Got to go in for free. My entire job is to tell people, be careful of that step. You'll trip. And one time I was there and there was another usher that was supposed to be telling people to do that and they didn't do it and somebody tripped. It's not a fuck around job. Do you feel like your endorphins go up watching the heat gauge go up? I feel like mine do. Mine does. When Night Lord ended the streak? I'd have to go back and check. I don't think it was even a Night Lord. I think it was bears. I think it was technically Dreg, but it wasn't Dreg, it was the bears. When colored shelling is implemented, will it affect Wyvern Fire? Absolutely. The only thing I'm struggling with right now is on normal, it's like a little tiny explosion that comes out of the gun lance, and I can't get that recolored. But this big thing, that, I mean, I already have that done. I could show you a picture. Wide's done. That was the easy part. Also, I can make it so the damage on the monster matches. So you can see there. So like the like sometimes like the enemies show like that little burning smoke. I can make it match. It might fuck up things like barrel bombs and stuff, but I'm not gonna try and fix that. Renditioning, thank you.
Renditioning just resubscribed for 16 months.
Do they need an usher? If you got a dark stairwell, you need somebody like getting people up and down. Why is your cat on Magnum Hollow Hellfire? because I was testing something and I said make the color bright pinks / purple, and that's how you know you want if you're messing with something you really want. Ooh, you want to make sure you know what you're changing. So it's close. Like I said, I mean, I was hoping to have this completely done by today. I didn't. Oops. But you know, it's close. So the big thing was when you last saw the stream, upgrades were broken, and I couldn't show you the materials, and there was no display of what elemental shelling was equipped. So we made a lot of progress. Like it's functional. Like it works. Like I could release it now as like an alpha build, and you would have no issues using it, running it, playing with it at all. It's literally just polish at this point. I'm gonna kill both of them. Flash bombs. I guess we'll keep it on ice. England fly elbowed someone. What's going on over there, man? Are they not playing nice? Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's eat first. Argo weapons are good in this game. They sure are. Get 50 playtesters to mash shelling types on random game objects? That's unnecessary. The last time I tried to get anyone to help me test something, you guys were like the pettiest, most dainty, complaining princesses I've ever met in my life. And I'm like, fine, fuck you, I'll do it myself. And so that's what I'm doing. I'll do it myself. And when I'm done, I'll release it to you and you can say, aw, thanks. Wish I could have helped out. Well, I offered and you didn't take me up on it. There's a reason people get paid for QA. You know, yeah, well, nobody's getting paid for mods. Okay? There's no fat paycheck. The most I've gotten out of modding was a lot of kudos on the Mod Nexus because I created a butt plug mod and like 1 month of Mod Nexus Premium. Whoop-de-fucking-do! That'll pay for my mortgage. Looks really messed up. Can you link the butt plug? I could 100% create a mod that, well, I don't want to say with absolute certainty, but I could almost definitely create a butt plug mod for Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. I'm like 90% certain I could make it happen. The hard work is already done. You shoot fireball? There you go, buddy. Do it on my flight to Da Nang. I don't think I'm gonna bring a laptop. I think I'm just gonna bring my desktop and my iPad. What are the chances you get a Wrath plate? Isn't it like 2 or 3% on a head break? I don't know what the quest rewards are. I'm starving on the streets of Da Nang, and I try to see if I can exchange a month of Mod Nexus Premium for a bowl of pho. Oh, come on. I saw him line it up. Look, we could... Do you want me to have some sort of unhinged mental breakdown where I systematically go through every game in the series and make sure there's butt plug functionality? That could be like a Hell Wheel option. Land on a Hell Wheel forces me to make a another game gets modded. Don't do it! Do it! Oh! I feel really cool that I killed him just in time. You know, I actually... Here's something that's interesting. I actually am genuinely a very big fan of force feedback. How cool would it be to have a mod in PSP, in Freedom Unite and Portable Third that added vibration functionality? Any other vibration fans in chat? Because that would genuinely make me happy. I've been a fan since fucking Star Fox 64. If you know, you know. The Rumble Pack? I think that's what they used to call it, right? I'm talking about controller vibration. I'm saying arbitrary vibration. The mod I created for butt plugs does work normally. It adds additional functionality. It just so happens it also works with butt plugs. Oh, my sharpness is so bad. I love that sort of stuff. I love the extra sensory stuff of video games. Oh no! I forgot, you're not a Rathalos. You shoot 3 fireballs. I'm not going to claim to have an encyclopedic knowledge of Star Fox 64. I don't remember there being a Independence Day ending, but I just remember first level was like in a city, and then there was a bunch of vibration. Rumble Pack. No, I mean, I haven't... I mean, I know they just remade Star Fox 64, right? Isn't that the Switch 2 game? The remake of that version, right? Nintendo DS had a Rumble Pack? No fucking way. Really? But after this, and I guess if there's one good reason to wrap up the Gunlance work, I want to work on Hunting Horn next. I want to make Recital mode like the big fucking damage mode, because I think that would be very funny. The hard part would be figuring out how to balance the motion values. How far am I going in this run? I don't know, man. I don't have like a roadmap. Far enough. Let me hit the tail of the bench. Let's get rid of it. I like how I just have the little funny Monoblos horns. Nope. Dude, it's so cool. Does it seem balanced? I feel like the weapon... I feel like the 10% boost is balanced. Heartbreak's always so visible in Freedom Unite. Yes. Although, they might be a little bit boosted. I'm playing on 2x resolution with like a texture swap thing. So, they might be like a little bit accentuated. I did see there was like a multiplayer mode in the new Star Fox game, and it actually looked really good. Piracy on DS traumatized Nintendo. R4s were everywhere. Didn't stop them from releasing the 3DS and the Switch, and probably the Switch 2? I don't know what to tell you, brother. It's not like the rest got much better. In fact, when the Switch came out, like, that was like one of the fastest emulated systems I've ever seen in my life. But when you base your console design on the fucking Android tablet, like, what did you think was going to happen? That is that command even up to date, Fume? Is it older now? It might be even older. I guess it's not relevant anymore. The Switch 2 is out. I guess we don't have to bully the Switch anymore. Do we want to make anything?
Yo. Yo.
I'm wondering if we could make artillery decos. Is that the right one? Am I stupid? Is it gunnery? No, it's artillery. I just don't see it yet. Did Claude add ray tracing to Freedom Unite? I don't know. I don't use Claude anymore. You'd have to ask him yourself. What you'd really be asking is, again, either a decompile or you'd have to change PPSPP. Well, I'm gonna be traveling, man. I don't wanna travel around with a Switch 2. It's Scatterfish? I'm like losing my mind. Am I being gaslit? Artillery. It's like Artillery King? Gunnery. It is Gunnery. Gunnery Master and Gunnery King. Okay. If I did a whole bunch of mining, we could make it. I kind of like to run it. Do I got my ass around anywhere? The Freedom Unite ass is probably one of the best in the games because you don't have to worry about talismans or anything else. Fudgy, thank you.
Fudge_T just resubscribed for 51 months. Shed Weakers.
I don't really care about guard. I remember Rathalos being pretty good. How come I can't see anything, though? We killed a Rathalos. Did we not get any... We got like one Rathalos part. I'm just gonna keep killing things. I have to install some .NET framework to run the ass. We're in 6-star now. Pink Rathian, Diablos, Azure Rathalos. It ends in Shengao Ren. I don't even know if there's a better Gunlance than freaking Tigrex at this point. That's the funny thing. 170 with a ton of green? That's kind of absurd though, isn't it? For like low rank village. Ventuolo. Trying to see if there's anything else that would be better. I don't think so. Rex Blast. So Rex Blast is 391 normally. I'm looking at the Mind Guard list. I don't think there's anything that really comes close. That's like rarity 5. Not even Lunastra beats it. The closest thing we get is if we wanted long 3 and more shelling, is we could make the Imperial Gunlance. But I don't That's like the iron ore. I don't think it really matters. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. There's really not a lot of good gun lances in this game. No? It's just it. I mean, I'm sorry. It's a little... I mean, it's what happens. I mean, it's the flagship issue. Popcorn cheese with gunnery? In the original game, unmodded, I was only good against things with like really bad hit zones. Otherwise, you still definitely wanted to poke things. Why Freedom and not just Generations Ultimate? Have you played both of the games? What's your history? I'm gonna need a little bit more to go off of to give you a good answer on that one. They're different games. That's the short answer. The long answer gets a lot more complicated. Just different games. Different AI. Different balancing. No subspecies. Renka, hello, good evening. Tell the truth? There's a lot of... Everyone who's ever played through Freedom Unite loves Freedom Unite. You cannot say the same thing about Generations. Even if you were to use like Striker style in Generations Ultimate, there's just like... You're going to be using Hunter Arts and stuff, you know? I mean, it's just going to be different. I don't think there's any other way to farm Rathalos other than just like killing him over and over in this quest. I would love to get enough ore to upgrade. Like, I kind of really would like to upgrade attack. There's a lot more variety in Freedom Unite for the main quests. For some reason in Generations Ultimate, every single low-rank village, high-rank village, like low-rank guild, high-rank guild, G-rank guild, they make you go through the same fucking key quests over and over and over again, including a lot of gathering quests, like an excessive amount of gathering quests. Like, I don't mind a couple of them. Like, a couple of them are fine, like, whatever. I could fuck with that. But it's just like, it's like almost insulting how unhinged they are. And we'll just do the Azure Rathalos. Is he on the list? You know, you can do the same thing that Capcom did, like when Good Old Games told Capcom, like, hey, we think there's a lot of people that want to play the old Resident Evil games. They dead ass said, like, why? Why would anybody ever want to play any of the old games? They could just play the new remakes. And, you know, that's a point. There's a lot of people out there that are more than happy just to play the remakes, and the old games may as well not exist. But you know, the answer is at the end of the day, it's a video game. You know, it's meant for fun. You know, you play what you enjoy. You know, there are people out there that will sit down every single day and play fucking checkers. There's people who play chess. There's people that only play the modern board games. There's people that won't play any of them. It doesn't really matter. It's just for fun. Oh, shit. Oh god, no! What? Stop chasing me! Started playing Guild Wars in 2006? Me too. Wait, I started playing in 2005. The original Guild Wars? Are you not even on Guild Wars 2? Get one more. It's close. Let's be careful. Oh good. I should really know better by now. Are we gonna die? Tremendous assist. Well, you know what? My shelling is cooled down. Now, if somebody were to go into Generations Ultimate, change the key quests, add back in subspecies, maybe rebalanced hunter arts to be like not so powerful. Like now we're talking, buddy. We should $1 every time that happened to you. How many dollars would you have? Look at that. Perfect. Auto-complete the low-rank gathering quests? You could just, like, remove them. You could switch them with, like, actual hunts for monsters that were otherwise optional. You'd have $300 for the amount of times you got killed by a, a little Hermitar. That's tough, man. So the interesting thing is if you just like power through the guild, you actually have like a lot less gathering quests. It's only if you go through the low rank village that things are like that bad. Because we did a playthrough like that once where we skipped the village, basically. Look, Hermitar, you've got to chill. What is my opinion on GU's DLC item packs? You can use them as soon as you beat Altolka. That is the only appropriate time you're allowed to use them. If you use them before then, you're cheating. I think that's fair. I think that's the time to pull them in. Yeah, I think it was all monsters as well. I remember getting like the Hyper Tetsu Gun Lance, and that thing being like really good. Is it because she's weak to ice? Is she weak to ice in this game? Or is it dragon? Pink Rathian. Do we make a Princess Penelope? Congrats on Heat Gauge. It's not 100% done yet. It's very close to being done. I could release it now and it would be fine. Most people would be like, this is fine. But there's a couple more tweaks it needs. And it'll be on Mod Nexus. You just need to have a fuck-enabled Freedom Unite. And then you should just be able to download the mod and it'll just work. The only thing I have not tested is it in multiplayer. The function's a little bit different than GU. So GU, you were basically nerfed when you were in yellow. I didn't want it to be a nerf, although I considered it. So it's just a linear increase. Yellow is 1.0. Orange is 1.05. Red is 1.1. It affects raw value, elemental value, and shelling values, and shelling elemental values, and you can change the elemental of your shells at the blacksmith. This was a lot of work. That last part there was probably the hardest part of everything. That one was insanely hard. And again, don't get too crazy about the elemental shelling. Like, the elemental value is like a little thing. It's just a little tiny guy. You're talking about like 5 or 6 points of element. Like, in many cases, it's rounding down to like 2 or like 3 damage, depending on the hit zone you're hitting. But it's fun. I feel like it's fun. I feel like most people probably look at it and like, oh, that's neat, right? So I'm just doing this so I don't have to be bothered by the cats. I'm sorry, I'm so lazy. Man, I gotta do like double Diablos? Oh, yeah, I really don't want to do that. It's like a normal Diablos, like a black Diablos, I think. Oh, fucking lame. You can do an Azure Rathalos. It's Do the Azure-Wrath ones. Did my ass finish installing? Are you done? Yes. I think I got to restart. Oh, no. I do not need a restart for my ass. Okay. We are HR 5. No, we're HR 1. We're in the Village Elder. How's Elemental Shelling going to interact with hit zones? It just works. You deal element to a hit zone. The hit zone has a certain amount of elemental damage it takes. Do what I really want and load up Night Rain? I played Night Rain for, let me see, 7 hours today and 4 hours last night. I've played Night Rain for 11 hours in the last 24 hours. We want Gunnery King? Speed Sharpen? Why not 10? There. We want Sharpening Skill Increase. Where is that? I'm looking at the ass. There we go. So we could make it. We would need 5 Howitzer Decos. What if we didn't do Sharpening Skill Increase? What if we did Attack Up Large? We did Attack Up Medium? It really wants me to grind out Rathalos armor. I could. Do we need a plate for that? No. We don't. We can actually get halfway there. Can you buy silver metal boots? That's basically Gunnery King on its own. Pretty damn close, actually.
Yo.
I really want to make like a Gimp Boy gathering set. Because if we do this, we can make a whole bunch of Howitzer Decos, right? That's what we need. Just a ton of Dragonite and a ton of Firestone. Alright, you know what? Do it. Just a little bit. And then we can expand this out a little bit. And start looking for Hibiscus. This is the loop, man! This is the fucking loop! What I want to know is in Night Rain, how is it the people that are getting like the really high win streaks, like how are they not losing to just like fucking disconnects? Because I feel like if you're going to get over like 20 or 30, like you have to have god tier luck just to not get disconnected. Q into baby bug. That can't be everything. Baby bug is not the solution to all of our problems. Do I have whim? No. So last time I did this, I think... Did we just do like coal delivery? Can we just gather in the volcano? I don't see why not. Is the only reason not to do this is if like you're in HR3? Well, the one time I got disconnected recently, I think it was technically my fault. My internet cut out when we were fighting, I think it was Adel? And if you disconnect if the host disconnects during the boss, it's just the whole session dies. It's very sad. Which my feeling is just like, I don't know, pause the game, give everybody like 5 minutes to reconnect. Especially for a game that like, it's not like really competitive, but obviously people want to get high streaks in Night Rain. Like, it's fucking cool. And like, if you lose it because of like a technical thing, like that's really fucking lame. You know, more games should be like this. The modern era, I think we're too focused on entertaining people. You should have to sit in front of a fucking wall and just mash a button. No auto gather. Nothing. Let's get fucking into it. But was it 100 on depths you've got a streak on? Because like 100, honestly, the biggest flex would be like 100 streak on D4. Solo, random. That would be one of the most amazing things ever. Now, of course, nowadays we've got some really broken builds, right? Like if you're playing Revenant, Beastclaw Revenant obviously kind of goes insane. I would say Everdark, if Everdark Libra was in that and you got 100 streak, that counts. Because 100... Everdark Libra without Depth of Night Relics is pretty fucked up. Only because everybody else was fucked up. How many Firestones did I get? 1? 3 Dragonite? Well, the coal should be kind of nice for our Poke Points. The thing is sometimes people are trolling. Like, I still see people in Depth of Night 5 that, like, it'll be Night 1 and they have two items in their equipment. And it's like, how did this happen? How did you not find anything other than your starter weapon and one other item? Like, did you really pick passives every single time? Did you not find a single thing on the ground? Like, anything? Like, I don't buy it. But other than that, you know, it's not even necessarily trolling. It could be, you know, they're trying out a new character, you know? Like, oh, I'm going to try out, like, today, like, you know, I'm not super used to playing Undertaker. You know? So, like, I might fuck up. It's very possible. It's not, if not outright likely. What do you think it was like for the guy at Capcom whose job it was to model the Powder Stone? Under the sharpness bar. You know, I can't put it directly under the shells because that's going to get in the way of the other icons, now that I look at it. You know, above the name, maybe it could fit if I shrink it down a little bit. I was thinking of moving it to the right of the shells. A little bit more streamlined there. Normally when I play Freedom Unite, I have a cat. I do not have a cat this run. This is pretty intense. Come on, this is insane. Gonna hang in space with low shell counts? What if I made it dynamically adjust to the shelling type? Because that's what I was thinking of doing. Ooh. Gonna cry. Because I could probably move it based on the amount of shells you have. The fun thing is I would need to test it with load up. And the various, like, whether or not you had load up equipped. I guess I could always build, like, a one shell buffer. But otherwise, to the right of, like, the power-up icon is probably fine. I probably could squeeze it under the sharpness gauge now that I look at it. What if it was aligned to the left of the sharpness gauge and just like extended out underneath the shells? That might actually look kind of cool. And it would be out of the way of everything. How am I going to style it? This is the style. What you see is the style. I'm not tuning it any more than this. Is it? Let's check. Now again, I think I've got a mod installed, so like it might look slightly different. I don't want to spend that money. I mean, that's basically exactly what I would do. I could maybe squish it a little bit. You need 3 howitzer shells. 2, 4, 6. We need to do that one more time. I'm seeing if I can make the backpacker. Alright, we can deliver the powder stone now. Probably. Alright. Now, you know, the worst part about Night Rain is there's only Night Rain. The industry has not caught up and will likely never catch up to the design of that game. And so all we will ever get until maybe Duskbloods, and even then I'm not convinced, is just waiting until we get Night Rain 2. That's it. The Horizons game? That... You don't mean that. You don't actually mean that. There are a lot of people like already writing their YouTube video essays on why that game was destined to die. And I'm not saying it does. I genuinely don't. I'm happy that there are things at least approaching that space. It's gonna be so many videos with the refrigerator lady in the thumbnail being like, what were they thinking? Is Night Rain worth checking out now still? Absolutely. There's a very large dedicated player base. Maybe the hardest thing it would be to start out completely from scratch with randoms. I have no idea what it's like playing the non-ranked mode in that game. I have zero context. I don't want to say I'm going to play it in Everado, but I might. But, you don't... As far as I know, there's nothing forcing you to play the base game. I guess a little bit. You got to unlock Depth of Night. I think you might have to kill a couple Everdarks to do that. It is technically playable solo. Does a Night Rain like me to have only PvE? I think there's a lot of desire from game designers, for whatever reason, to mix PvP, VE. And, I mean, obviously, it worked for Tarkov. I don't know that every game needs that or desires it, because now you're really looking for a mix, right? You're looking for the sort of player that wants to both challenge PvE combat and then also fight other people. And there are people that are mutually exclusive. They do not want to fight other people. There's other people that only want to kill other people. Sad Sapling, hello? And then it's like, okay, do you make it an optional mode? But, like, the more options you put in, like, the more you're splitting up your own player base. Is Arc Raider still talked about? I still see advertisements for it. Can't be that bad. I killed those Io Prey, but I shouldn't have, because I'm going to go mine again. I look chub. Yeah, fuck you, buddy. Go. You know what? Why don't you eat a whole bag of dicks? You turn on the webcam, huh? You little googly-eyed freak. I have been trying to exercise and diet. Like, I'm doing okay, I guess. I guess it might look like fat, but it is mostly muscle. Julian Carter, hello. You look like a dad. I am 41 years old. I'm not like 18. I'm not pretending to be 18. I'm in my early 40s. I just think it's such a fucked up thing. And like, I'm gonna go in on this dude a little bit, but who the fuck do you think you are going anywhere on the internet, especially a live stream, and talking shade about someone who's streaming a game for your fucking entertainment? Fuck you! Unplug your keyboard. I hope the only way you're allowed to control your PC from now on is a 12-inch dildo, and it's entirely you fucking yourself to navigate Windows from now on. A dad can be 18? That's true. That sounds kind of sick. I mean, I have the technology. I've gotten all sorts of technology backwards and forwards. Maybe he thinks I give good hugs? I mean, I probably do. All right, fast this time. We're zooming now. All right, we should be able to get it. Truly a spoiled chatter. It's just the modern era, man. Like nothing's ever good enough. Oh, my streamer's not good enough. He doesn't stream enough. He doesn't look good enough. Doesn't play enough. Isn't good enough. Fuck you. I'm sorry. What do you want? Digitize myself? Tune all of my weights to be perfect in every way? Fine. Fuck you. You deserve the singularity. They'll come for you first. You're sorry too? I forgive you this time, Julian Carter. Although I am kind of mad that I didn't get any Dragonite. That's the thing I'm most angry about right now. What do you guys think about my guy's little butt cheeks? What do you think it was like to be the armor designer at Capcom that designed like the little ass crack in the green pants? One Firestone. I could have sworn I need a Dragonite, right? I'm gonna look for it. I'll look for the map on Dragonite. They want to disable the DLC for Depth of the Night? Oh no, man. It makes it really fun. I'm the same age as Low Tier God. Is that true? Man. Thanks for the info on the Lavaziel spot. You're welcome, dude. Dragonite. You can get Dragonite in Area 1? I fucked up. And Area 2? I fucked up. Alright, hold on. The funny thing is, like, the DLC map is probably one of the best design maps in any game ever. Like, you really got to sit your ass down and learn it. But when you do, it's like, even without having many Night Invaders, like, it's probably one of the best maps in the game, because, like, the density of circles or bubbles is just, like, so dense. That, like, you should probably get stronger than if you would have gotten with, like, you know, normal Night Invaders. And, like, normal balancers are, like, a free win. Everdark balancers are hard, but, like, what do you want? The blowjob pack that comes with the DLC sucks you off instead for, like, 10 minutes rather than actually fighting, like, a good and challenging boss? I mean, look, there's a I'm sure there's a market for it. Where am I going? Part 4, this corner here. You guys see the companion sex bots China released the other day? I don't know if they're full-on sex bots. They didn't... There was like a very wide range of prices, and I'm assuming everybody was thinking like, so what's the price for me to fuck this thing? Because on the low end, it's affordable, but on the high end, I gotta get a mortgage out, and I just need to know, what are we looking at right here? Dragonite. Area 2? Area 3? If there's one issue with the map, and it's not a big one, and like I understand why they did it, is the amount of like little trap holes you could fall down is probably a little too high. They probably could have cooled that down a little bit. Okay. 2, 3. Area 4, 1. What? Just swing around. And one other mild complaint is, yes, the actual reference map that they give you in game isn't very helpful. Like, the spots don't always line up 1-to-1. You know, you will have moved just a tiny bit and like you won't see something even though you're right next to it. Like there's some valid criticism, I think. But overall, it's a very good map. I guess one issue from like a meta perspective is like the castles, like the Gauntlet, is not nearly good enough. You have to know how to press down on D-pad. But you may not know until you don't, and like unless you know, and at that point it's like too late. Four, 3. Four. Area 2. No. Was I was mining in the wrong spot. It's no, I'm not. I'm not blaming the victims, man. Like, if you're right next to a Grace, like near the church when you kill the fucking Deathrite bird or whatever spawns there, the Death Dragon, like that Grace should show up on the top level. You're not looking at a layer below. Like, it's very unnecessary how they designed that. It's not like actual multiple levels. Area 5? Anything in Area 3? No. Area 5 is 1 and 2, so both of the ones on the side here. I think from what I remember, if you just like scrape your face along the left wall, that's what you want to mine. Auto swapped, or just like redesign the map so like it's one level. It's like completely unnecessary. But then again, if the goal was to be like, haha, we tricked you, figure out the map, idiot, in some way, that sort of, you know, fuck you game design, like, it's kind of good. It is kind of good. It's good in the sense that, like, you got to figure that shit out. All right. Is there anything actually in Area 8? The middle spot. Area 2? No, it's the far one. You personally never had a problem playing that. That's the same. That's the Night Rain equivalent of saying works on my machine. Again, there's a balance between like mastery and making accessibility, right? You know, I think back to playing with one of my nephews who didn't know how to level up. And when I said, why don't you level up? He said, I'm doing a challenge run. It's very funny. You're not doing a challenge run, kid. Like, you gotta level up. So, like, that's where you're starting with. You know, that's the average Gu Fong Fong. But like I said, I think there is a valid, like literally a valid game design thing of being like, I'm gonna make this harder for you. You know, the challenge doesn't always have to be like the actual combat. Like, it's just a matter of making sure whether like, you know, the learning and mastery feels good or not. Like, I'm thinking back to something like, was that Breath of the Wild? Like, I don't mind durability on weapons, but for some reason it just felt like really fucking bad in that game. But I'm sure there are ways they could have done it that it wouldn't felt as bad. And I don't know how you do that. Maybe just normal, like, find weapons that you could repair normally that break and then get repaired when you go to, like, campfire or something. I'm not claiming I'm any sort of, like, game design genius or something like that, but it just felt like, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool getting stuff and then, like, beating things with it until it broke on them. But it just felt like there was a lot of time walking around in menus. And as soon as you got a good weapon, you weren't like, oh, wow, what a great weapon. You're like, this is now going to be a burden in my life until it is broken. I'm going to be agonizing constantly about whether these things are going to go. It's like the real life equivalent of I only have so much savings and income and I got all these fucking bills and I got to pay my shit. Great. Now I've got fucking bills in my Nintendo console. Thank you, Miyamoto. You did it. You made open world exploration great. It's the The worldlet's mind could never comprehend what it's like delivering a powder stone in the older games. You will never know. If you started on Monster Hunter World and you've never gone back to deliver a powder stone in Freedom Unite, you haven't lived. I don't care how many times you've killed a Latrion or time-traveling Fatalis. You're not shit until you can juke the fucking Ioprey. You delivered one in 3U? Great. Do you want me to put a medal on your chest? After you did a little lap on your tricycle? Little big boy hat? I did one whole delivery all by myself in 3U. You had Cha-Cha and Kayamba! And the monsters were afraid of you! Although, real talk, the 4U delivery quests are really fucked up. And this isn't even that bad. Monster Hunter World, I think I did like 8 hours once on one fucking egg delivery quest. It was unbelievable. Matsuola. Alright, we should have enough Dragonite now. I only really care about Gunnery 1. I don't really need, like, Gunnery King. Gunnery King might be annoying. Jamalo, hello? I don't know if the Freedom 1 delivery quests were worse. I don't remember doing all of them. I did a lot of the Monster Hunter 1 ones. And considering they're probably very similar, it might be worse. Oh yeah, the stone, just like the random walls, and they would change as you delivered. Like the first time it would be fine, and then when you get the second egg, suddenly like you're going through a fucking like Saw torture room. Yeah, I remember that. That was great. I think we want the silver legs. Silver metal legs. Are they even better though? I guess I don't have to make as many decos. How many can I make right now? I would need 8 slots. I do not have 8 slots. We don't really need health. We don't need speed sharpen. It's just like speed sharpen's kind of nice, but it's not necessary. That's a little depressing, though. I mean, I could just go... Do I have 5 slots now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yo. We could just try to go all the way in. All in on shelling. 1, 2. Did I miss a spot? Oh. Yo. we'll try it. You know, what do we got to lose, you know? What are you gonna do next? As your Rathalos? Trying to think what else I'd want to bring. Psycho Serums, probably. He likes to fly. I'm pretty sure he's a key quest to try. I don't really have a choice. It's him, and then it's going to be double Diablos, and that one I am not looking forward to. They have like a ton of health. Still on ice, right? I guess I don't really care about Rathalos or the Diablos. What's Shen Garen weakest to? Fire or dragon? It's about the same, but he takes a lot more dragon on his weak spot if I hit it. Herbal medicine is better than antidote. Thank you for your tips. Is he starting 5? Or 4? Or 6? I feel like that fucker's always hanging out in 6. I'm gonna get to 5 and he's gonna be gone. Dude, you know the most luxurious existence Neverado is when you bring just all the combines for ancient potions. Not even max potions. You're just like, oh, I guess I'll never have to worry about stamina either. I've never done that. Like, I constantly will bring, like, max combines for max potions, of course. But, like, I've never fallen to the degeneracy of also needing, like, max ancient potions. That's because it's, like, kind of a pain in the ass to get Kelpie horns. In most games. And for you, you could, like, farm them, right? Or trade for them? Some games, I think you can trade for them. This fucking guy. I saw that. He's probably in what, 10? No, he's in 9. He's in my 9. I'm not even, I guess, was this map fixed in GU? I guess it probably was. Hey. Hey. I didn't want to hit him with the paintball because, like, sometimes they run away if you do that. I know Yan Garuga does. Excuse me? I think it was technically just in front of his eyes. What I used to do is throw the flash bombs backwards. Please? I don't know if he's gonna let... What is his aiming? Hello, good evening. You could have at least dropped me into the toilet. Could have given me at least that dignity. The worst zone in Monster Hunter history? I think I like it better than the Volcanic Hollow. But that's only because the Volcanic Hollow is like so ugly. True. A lot of the For You maps are just ugly.
Scarlet Ghoul just resubscribed for
Playing
74
Persona 3
months.
Reload with your girlfriend.
CBmoji.
You got another new girlfriend.
CBmoji. CBmoji. Hi Creamer. CBmoji.
Is that-
CBmoji.
Is that 4
House.
people now?
CBmoji. Year. CBmoji. Day. CBmoji. CBmoji. Happy right now. CBmoji. CBmoji. Watching my wife. CBmoji. CBmoji. Play Persona 3 Reload with our girlfriend. CBmoji. CBmoji. We got another new girlfriend. She's so precious. CBmoji. 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 CBmoji.
Justin's doing his best on that. I'm gonna die. Cool. More people total now? I'm glad. If everybody's happy, then that's great. Am I happy or is Scarlet happy? I think Scarlet just said they're happy. Me? I'm pretty happy. I'm looking forward to traveling soon. It's been too long. What the fuck? I'm less happy now. Dude, how did that foot do so much damage? No, he was just pawing at the ground and I died. I thought I had a lot of health. I thought I had at least enough health to get off a Wyvern Fire. Whatever, man. Somebody check the tapes. Mr. Serene, you're welcome. That's not going to be like a super stream. We're not doing like Hell Wheel days. I work on the mod, I stream it for a couple hours, and then I go back to it and other projects. But I really would like to have it out. I know there's a lot of people that want to mess around with it, and I don't want to keep it from them. Your stream streak broke. Well, that's my fault, probably, and I apologize. Please! Oh! Oh, it was the tail! And not the foot. What the fuck? Dude, this Azure Rathalos, he's actually kind of like, actually really powerful. He looks so... he looks so gnarly. Is there anything in Wilds that moves as fast as this fucker? I don't think so. I don't think anything in Wilds moves as fast as enraged, low-rank Azure Rathalos. It's weird there's a low-rank subspecies. This is like in the Monster Hunter, the original era. I don't know. Like, Blue Yan Cuckoo is usually around, right? In low rank. That's a subspecies. Chatacabra is a good contender for speed. Dude, imagine Chatacabra coming for your ass the way Azure Rathalos does. The world-lit mind cannot comprehend Velociprey. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the average Destiny refugee trying to mine ore and just getting their ass chewed to pieces by Velociprey? We would have never seen the boom. We would have never seen the boom and bust. Wilds would not exist. The category of player that would complain on Reddit would have just put the game down. They would have never bought it in the first place. You're going to sleep? Who won? I'm going to look it up. Hold on, don't tell me. England silences Mexico. Oh. Oh, no. Dude, Mexico got 20 shots? Dude, what happened? That's insane. How did they miss so many shots? Bring it home! Coming home! Oh, good night, Fog. I really don't want to do this Diablos quest. I really do not want to do it. I'll do it. I don't want to do it. The funny thing is Shen Gao Ren is right behind the Diablos quest, and like, I'm looking forward to that. This is your relaxation after work. My suffering brings you joy. I mean, that's okay. Very valid. Diablos, is it free admission today? How often is it free admission? Is it like, is it sometimes free? Because if it's sometimes free, I don't think you can get that mad. Because it's like, it might be free again if it was free once. For kids. Is there a point where you get old enough that it is free if you're like 90 years old? What if I was in a vegetative state, 90 years old and in a wheelchair? And honestly, I probably am, and this is like a hallucination. Seniors get Seniors Week the first week of June. So it's free sometimes. I don't know. I think it sounds a little confusing to me. What do we want to do? No combo list here. Fire. You'll IV drip me liquid Monster Hunter. I mean, I like Monster Hunter and all. I don't want to feel like that's the only thing I'm allowed to do, though. Coming home. Is it a day quest? No, it's night. How are we doing on Psycho Serums? We're gonna want them. Good one there. I genuinely hate this quest. This is probably one of my... I mean, it gets worse. Like, this isn't even the worst one, I think. I mean, there's worse later on. I think there's like a village high rank version of this. I think village 4 horn or shattered horns or whatever it is. One horn demon king. What the fuck is the name of that quest? There's a really bad one. This one is really bad though. What's the lore behind the Psycho Serum? It activates an ESP-like ability. I don't know. Have you ever had a psychic phenomenon before? Yeah, I act as if that's something that you do regularly. Imagine if you could do that at will. It's 4 horns, Tim. It's not the Demon King. Did he come out yet? I'm not playing with like sound. I've got speakers, but like they're barely on, so I can't really hear. That hit. Is my sharpness already gone? What the hell? I might have to do Razor Sharp. But certainly for a high rank, we need to figure out Razor Sharp and Artillery. I'm just gonna scan it. Okay. Don't you love how meaty the wide shells are in this game? I feel like in normal Monster Hunter, you can barely tell. I say normal Monster Hunter, like World is normal Monster Hunter. But in modern Monster Hunter, it feels like you could barely tell the difference between the shells. Not in this game. Wide goes all over the fucking place. Normal is like borderline cute. Like, it's there, but it's nothing like wide where it like covers half the screen. When you charge him, it's a little different. Please. I think that hit. The third and fourth horns? Somewhere. Should have just stayed under the legs and shown way back off once. Whoa. Tripping me up. He's very large. Probably the thing about Diablos is most annoying is how slow it moves underground. Lenoblos, like, moves quick. Diablos just, like, feels like it slowly rotates. Oh, fuck. That wasn't that bad. To the G rank one? I'm only in low rank. I can use the mod on my main file. I'm so sad because I'd been working on that one file, and then I lost it. And I had been making a bunch of elemental gun lances too. Dude, this Diablos is massive. It's even bigger than the other one, I think. no flinch. He's horny. I wish there was more lore-based subspecies. I feel like we don't get enough. Like, what's going on with blood orange Bishatin? He just eats different stuff? I don't know. Oh god! Not even time for a reload. Oh no, no, no! Am I dead? I don't know why I did that. Because I could, I guess. It's just like they're gonna give it like such a fucking pile of health. It's got to rotate around. It's slowly spinning underground right now. You can't see it. But I know it's under there. It's looking at me. We just wait. That's all we could do. Did I fuck up again? Dude, even with artillery, I'm still fucking up my heat gauge. I'm getting a little too silly with it. I need to put a big warning on the screen every time I'm about to overheat. Just be like I'm in a Gundam. Everything starts flashing. But I guess it's one way of making the mod balance. There needs to be the chance to fuck up. kind of neat we got the tail off. Go. Please. I saw the best point lighting up. What are you doing here? It's a big tail. Both the Black Diablos and the normal Diablos in this quest were massive. Shelling feels so good now. It feels like perfectly balanced. Like, it's not even that big of a boost. 10%? I mean, it's not nothing, but it's not a lot. It's only 10%. It does add up. And being able to match the element also adds up. So it gets you to the breakpoints you need sooner. Wow. No, I mean, the Monster Run Pluses are kind of nice. I kind of needed them. I don't think I'm going to make anything Diablos. I don't even know if Diablos has a gun lance in this game. Honestly, I don't know what I'm even going to make for my next upgrade. Like in high rank? I have no idea. Maybe something with better shelling? I don't even know what that is, though. Hypnoc isn't bad. Well, it's kind of bad. Never mind, take it back. Hypnoc is kind of bad. There's just not a lot of gun lances. Gravios actually gets a pretty good gun lance. Gypseros? It is one of the better... one of the better ones. The issue with him is you don't get any sharpness. You really need sharpness +1 if you're going to use it. In fact, you need sharpness +1 and razor sharp. So that's probably like high rank razor sharp, sharpness +1 combined. Now, the Chameleos gun lance is very good, but we can only make that, I think, in high rank. So that's got a while to go. I mean, honestly, Tigrex and Narga just kind of dominate a little bit. You know, Tigrex gets up to spread 4. It goes spread 3, then spread 4. I forget the damage splits in this game for the different shelling types. Let's see if I can find a list on it. Should just be in the damage formula, right? Melee damage fact. So we do 32 damage at level 2, right? 32 damage and 8 fire. So level 3 shelling for spread is like the soft cap. After that, it barely goes up. Normal, it gets like linear returns, so like you can keep going the whole time. Still working on the mod. It's just a little bit of polish now, CodeVic. It's completely functional now. Same thing with long. Level 3 is the soft cap. The funny thing is with normal, level 5 ends up being about as powerful as level 5 normal is as powerful as wide 1. Get it all the way. So spread 3. So yeah, I mean, you just stick with Tigrex and you're fine. There is the corn cannon, which is pretty good. But honestly, like, I think Tigrex kind of clears it a little bit. Get usable sharpness. You don't have to hear all the weird noises it makes, as fun as they are. The Blaganga gun lance is okay. It gets spread 3 and then spread 4, and it gets a lot of slots and positive affinity. So like, it could be worse. Shengar ran the last thing. Not very involved with the modding scene, but this would work on PS Vita running Adrenaline. I don't know. Let me check. I think you need... For my mod specifically, you're almost definitely going to need to have PPSPP. I think. But you know what? It might work. It might. So it creates, it would depend. Assuming it's able to read the bin file that the mod creates, you would be, what happens is when you mod a gun lance with elemental shelling, it saves it to a bin file that the mod reads. If you've got multiple gun lances, like it'll know one shelling versus another shelling, right? You see that says thunder and that says ice. I don't know. I would need to test it. And I have a Vita, but I don't know if I'm going to pull it out to test it. When I release it, you're more than welcome to try it. I mean, what's the worst that'll happen? I think at worst, the base heat functionality will work, but the elemental shelling will not save. But the base functionality should be there. You just may not be able to actually, like, save the changes to the gun lance. And, like, absolute worst case scenario, it would just crash. So, you know, it wouldn't... The catastrophic failure wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, it'll be out, by this time next Sunday, 7 days, we'll be there. Like, what I'm working on right now is recoloring the shelling. So, like, that's like ice. That is me testing out different colors of what the shelling looks like when you hit a creature. Drew is my little abuse goblin. You can see the heat gauge is being drawn behind his face, so I need to move that somewhere in case you have a cat. But you know, I've got like the main baseline functionality works. Like there was one stream on Friday, it was like really fucked up. Like I couldn't even upgrade weapons properly. But now we could upgrade them properly and like we could see everything. Like everything is just fine. Everything just works. Obviously adding elemental shelling was not easy to do. It's like it took a lot of like poking and prodding. But that stuff all works now. And actually, I might change this to dragon. Did I eat? I can't remember. I must have. So, the main goal of this was to be like, how do we make... Like, I think heat gauge was a good concept. I think most people think, like, the concept is cool. I just, in Generations, it felt more like you were being punished. More so than, like, being rewarded for using, like, you know, a busy work mechanic. And especially in Freedom Unite, when, like, shelling was relatively weak, this gives you a reason to shell. So, you know, when you're shelling, like, you're getting, like, real value because you're increasing the damage. And then, of course, adding in elemental shelling is even better. Now, not only are you getting, like, real value, you know, your shelling is getting stronger and your normal attacks are getting stronger. Everything is getting stronger. So it's good. It's nothing but good. And I just think it's fun to, like, the gauge management is interesting, right? So as the series has gone on, you know, many weapons have gotten these sort of like management features to them. And like some of them are good and some of them are not good. Heat gauge poorly implemented was not good. So the hope is to have something that feels like you want to use it because you feel like you're getting stronger. Useless explosions too? Oh, you can definitely die from them for sure. If you were a Shengao Ren, where would you spawn? You would spawn in too? Would surprise me. And so after Gunlance, am I doing a full playthrough of Freedom Unite? We're about to get the credits. Wait, no, we're not about to get the credits. We have to get up to a Cantor to get the credits. So once I'm done with this, we're going to be working on Hunting Horn. I want to make Recital mode stronger and the normal gameplay with it a little bit more interesting than just doing Super Pounds. Well, I give Dual Blades Archdemon meter. I can't promise I will ever add new animations to the game. Every time I've ever tried to add animations, it has been very difficult. It's not never, just right now I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. Yeah, I made this, Lance. This is me. Now, to be very clear, I'm only able to do this because Incognito Man made Freedom Unite Complete, which added native PC functionality to Freedom Unite, which makes modding like way, way, way easier / possible in the first place. So. What is my roadblock on animation? Coding? It's not the animation. The animation's easy. It's getting the game to actually load in new animations. Add in World Perfect Rush? Oh no. It's coded? Do you... What? For animations? I mean, the game has to know what to load. I can't just, like, drop a Blender file into a world and be like, okay, run that. I wish. Now, if and when I am able to load new animations, arbitrary animations, and I want to have a casting call for people who want to help create custom animations in something you wanted to do, okay. But we're not there yet. Am I planning on touching up Freedom Unite as a whole? So, Freedom Unite as a whole is, like, mostly done. Like, the things that I would really want to see in Freedom Unite, Incognito Man already did. Now, there's a couple things that I want to do. I would like to see the key quests in the actual, like, hub / village be, like, clear what they are. Because right now, like, you got to go to a guide. And, like, that was cool, like, in 2006 or whatever, but... I probably should have gotten like a Farcaster. But it looks like our damage is okay. Do I think if I got muscle inflammation it would look like Shen Gao Ren's legs? It probably looks like that under the skin, yeah. My left knee sometimes hurts, and it feels like how Shen Gao Ren's legs look. Really messing him up. I look like I've been awake for centuries. I mean, I've been alive for like, I don't know, 40 years? Is that saying I look tired? What the fuck is wrong with people? Yeah, fuck you, buddy. Why don't you go ahead and throw yourself up on camera? You greasy, googly-eyed freak? No one asked! Sorry, I make things and stream for your entertainment, you ungrateful fuck! Glad I'm doing good? Well, you know what? I am doing great, and I hope my life of success only drains every last sense of happiness you have and hope and love from your life. Fuck you! Looking creamy?
Birth to
Thanks, man.
just resubscribed for 51 months. Looking creamy today, Pet Flower.
So it's just you're the second person in the stream today to be like, hey man, how you doing? Wow, you look tired. Wow, you look fat. Well, fuck you! Seriously, like where do you get off? Who the hell do you think you are? Aren't you like 30 years old now? Do you still conduct yourself like this around other people? Did you never grow up? I don't understand. You all started watching me when you were children and you never grew up. However old you are now. I don't even know. I don't understand either. You're fatter and older. Good. So show a little bit of decorum. I don't get it. I don't understand. Focus my... Why would I focus? The crab's gonna fucking die either way. I just don't understand how somebody who hasn't sent a chat in like 3 years comes back and says, hey, you look tired. Who are you? Why? Why are you here? No one invited you. Be like a decent human being or just leave. No one asked. You was in the fest with you? Yeah, I know who you are. I don't care. I know who you are. And that's what makes it even more disappointing. You miss Tremor earplugs being needed? You just need a shield. Misread. It's not misread on your part. It's you being a shitty person online. It's what it is. Do better. Like, what if, like, whatever you do for work, imagine if every time you went to work, a customer or a coworker or your boss came in and said, hey, Joe, looking fat today. You still eating a lot? Because you look like you are. Like, what is wrong with you? Why would you do that? Why would anyone do that? You experienced that in your old jobs. Well, I'm glad you're paying it forward. I'm glad you're keeping it up. Keep going, buddy. And if it feels bad, good. Don't do it again. I don't care if you do it here, but certainly don't do it anywhere else. Rip his spinal fluid out? It's like, what else do I need to do? How much do I need to stream? How much do I need to create? What else do I need to do for Monster Hunter? So these old asshole chuckle fucks don't come around asking like they're entitled to be like a fucking asshole when no one asked. This is a great crash out. Your genuine apologies. Again, I don't care. Like, I care a little bit, of course, in the moment. But your existence particularly, no. I have zero engagement with you. Other than to say, don't be an asshole on the internet to people who are just doing little goofy things, all right? There's way worse things out there. An entire political apparatus that exists to divide this country and the world. The entire fucking capitalist fucking mechanism out there that exists to take all of our earned profits and turn the proletariat against each other, and you're there working with them, tearing people down. Maybe it was a joke and maybe he's German. I promise you if he was German, he would not be chatting right now. Super Juicer Man, imagine if we were old friends, not even old friends, old casual acquaintances. And after seeing you for the first time in 5 years, I came up, gave you a quick hug, and said, genuinely, Super Juicer Man, you look like shit. And you'd be like, wow, man, you joking? I'm like, nope, you look real fucking bad. You look like you haven't slept in centuries. And you'd be like, wow, man, that kind of hurts my feelings. I'm like, yep, that was the point. I want you to feel bad about yourself. Why? I don't know. Maybe he's got other issues. It's more of a commentary on you and more on the game you're playing. just to be clear here. Just to set the record straight. You'll stop? Take it easy? We will not have revisionist history. He's just being a fucking asshole, and now he's acting like he didn't. And it's fine. Stop posting. Look, you got off easy compared to the other guy. I told him I wish he had unplugged his keyboard and could only control his computer with a 12-inch teledildonic dildo. I'm just saying, I know vaguely how old you are. You're at least a 30-year-old man, if not older. Don't be an asshole on the internet. Don't be a child. Would be a cope way to turn that into a compliment. There's no way. There is almost no worse insult on the planet than to say you look tired. Because what if I'm not tired? What if I actually slept 8 hours and got a good nap in? That is just the most comprehensive way of saying, wow, buddy, you look like shit. All right, great, thanks. Glad to know. For what it's worth, I think you look great. Why not open with that? Hey, Shepard, been a while. You look awesome, man. Nope, you didn't. You said it looks like you've been awake for centuries. It would be the conversation we're having right now would be diametrically opposed. You're a dumbass who opens with jabs. Okay, see how well that does you in life. It did not endear you here. Come on, buddy. What are we doing here? This game's pretty good. We were having a big conversation about this versus GU earlier. And it is kind of interesting to compare the two. I'm gonna run out of shorthand, there we go. Probably gonna stop. Stop doing that. It's kind of a valid question, like, why play Freedom Unite versus GU? But if you've never played Freedom Unite, like, you just, like, I don't think you would know. And I don't mean that in a bad way, you just, like, wouldn't know. I never used the Dragonator. I probably should have. Freedom Unite doesn't have RNG equipment? It does not. Yeah, that is kind of a big thing. That's the funny thing, like, for a long time, everyone's like, oh, like, this game needs random equipment. It's like, well, have you ever tried to get a Lao Heavenly? Because, like, that's really hard, too. I don't think we can lose now. Does the frame data change a lot between games? That's a great question. I can't imagine they did too much work between Freedom 2 and Freedom Unite. For a lot of things. Thoughts and hopes for the Milds expansion? I mean, I hope it's better. I don't know what else to say about it. I hope they make it less bad. Is he not going to trip? What is he doing? What are you doing? He is going down, right? He didn't attack it. Brendis, I think when you see me crashing out like that, you should take that same energy to the to the museum. The next time somebody asks for free admission, just like recite the whole thing as if you're going in for a movie role and just like line for line beat them down. You do 10% of that and people get defensive over their lives? I don't believe you. Stop being angry. It is a little cathartic. How does elemental shelling work in this? Do you know how shelling damage works in general in Freedom Unite? Because that's like, that's important. It's only 10%, that's not that bad. So, all shelling in every game, to my understanding, it does the true damage, of course, and it does like a smattering of fire damage. And we're talking like not a lot. We're talking between like 5 and like maybe like 20 fire damage. So you're talking about on like a normal hit zone, at most like 5 points of damage. Not a lot, but enough to add up over the entire quest. And then like if there's a special break that needs like fire damage or dragon damage or ice damage, that matters. Did I play Frontier on stream? I did. I did play Frontier on stream. I have the VODs backed up somewhere. You want me to send them to you? Is this thing like not red enough? He's going. Oh, how embarrassing. And so all elemental shelling does, the way I've coded it, is it just makes it so that little bit of fire damage gets replaced with the other shelling type. So rather than a couple points of fire damage, you get a couple points of dragon or ice or whatever else you set it to. know if I'm going to get the kill, though. We'll do one last power seed. Kill the whole quest. You know, at one point, Incognito Man had made a mod that actually put damage numbers in the game. As disgusting as that would be for Freedom Unite. It just looked like little text numbers floating up in the air. If you watch the first VOD I did of Elemental Gunlance, you'll kind of see how the font looks. I mean, it looks pretty much like the font down in the bottom right. The game just draws the text floating in the air. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's... Ooh. It's more capable than you'd imagine. I mean, when you think about it, like, you're just asking it to display text. You know, it's not like anything super complicated. So... I'm wondering if maybe this isn't too powerful. What do you think? If we were to use Shen Gao Ren kill in the village with level appropriate gear as a benchmark, normally I'm using like something like really fucking sweaty. This felt like, I don't know, mostly casual. I mean, we only had a minute left. But then again, like, I wasn't pounding on him. Like, normally you would, like, drop a bunch of bombs and stuff. No, I've definitely gotten kills before. One time, the quest ended, and I killed him just after the quest ended, and then I carved him that way. That was kind of funny. Like, it was like the quest had just ended, like, the rappel happened, and then he died. Which I didn't even know if that was possible, but... What the fuck? Huh? You get... Why? Why? Is this... Has this always been Lao parts in the quest rewards? Is it because of the shell? That's funny. I don't remember getting it in the quest rewards. I mean, it makes sense, but it is funny. This little fucker. Does he have other shells? Nope. I think starting in 4U, Hermitar and Shogun Sianitar start getting other shells. If they were even in 4U, because maybe it was just generations. Hermitar is definitely in 4U. Can't remember if Sianitar was. Probably. He would probably give you bleed if he did. Alright, what time is it? 3 hours? That's good enough for me. 1 a.m.? I want to get the color on the shells finished. So hopefully, when we're back, I'll have everything mapped out for Dragon, Water, Ice, and Thunder. 4 of them? We'll see. All right, I'm leaving. Goodbye.